Hi, Taylor. I heard you finally got engaged. Congratulations. It's such a shame that your husband's unemployed, though. You could have found a man like that anywhere. Are you sure you really want to get married to a lazy bum like him? Haven't you thought one bit about your future? It's looking pretty grim.
What? Kimberly, I haven't talked to you in ages. It's nice to be in touch with you again. What are you talking about all of a sudden? Could you explain a little more? I'm sure you're mistaken about this. My husband isn't unemployed or lazy at all.
Taylor, you really don't have to lie to me. Don't think you can fool me any further because I know the truth. Anyone can see that your husband's unemployed. I mean, you told me he chooses his own working hours and can take time off whenever he needs it. Plus, all the times you and your husband visited my parents or went back to their hometown, they were all weekdays. They're all perfect excuses, and I just can't believe that he has a job at this point. You told me he was self-employed, but you're saying that to cover up the fact that he's actually unemployed, right?
Oh, I wasn't lying at all when I said that. Jeremy has been self-employed for a while now. He has a lot of freedom in his schedule because of it. I don't know how you interpreted what I said to you, but you're jumping to the wrong conclusions. Jeremy is an admirable man, and he works so hard for us. I can tell you don't know much about him, so could you not belittle us based on a few misunderstandings? It's very unnecessary and rude. I'm asking you to have more respect for us.
Right? You're calling me rude. You should tell that to yourself. The fact that you're hiding your husband's unemployment from your family is beyond rude.
What are you going on about? I'm telling you that I'm not hiding anything. Why are you still skeptical of this? Can you admit that you've misunderstood this entire situation and believe what I'm saying? I'm telling you the truth, Kimberly.
Rude. No, I'll stand by what I said. Besides, I predicted this would happen, even before you announced your engagement. You see, I thought a low-status woman like you would never be able to get married to a decent man.
You've crossed the line. That's the rudest thing you've said so far. Why are you telling me this? Do you think you know who I really am?
Gosh, I can't believe you're really my husband's sister. My Dylan is so much better than you. Are you two really related? Why don't you try to at least learn from your brother? Look at how successful he is compared to you. He has his whole life together. He works hard every day, and he managed to get married to an amazing wife like me.
Really? You're calling yourself an amazing wife?
What did you say to me? Are you seriously talking back to me right now? If you have the nerve to whine to me, then hurry up and do it already.
No, slow down. I'm not whining at all. I'm just telling you that a person who berates my husband can't be an amazing person. That's not whining, it's the truth. It's perfectly reasonable, don't you think so?
You're being such a bother. Did you forget that you're an unsuccessful and ugly woman? You should try looking in the mirror for once and know your place.
Why are you saying these rude things again? This is unacceptable. I thought you would be more respectful to me, but I guess not. If you don't want to come to our wedding, then fine, don't come. Just quit this unnecessary name-calling. It's childish.
Your wedding? Oh, I wouldn't feel bad to miss it at all. I bet you're having one just to collect cash gifts from the guests anyway. You need financial support because you're a couple of bums. Maybe I should throw away the invitation. It's a waste of my time.
Sure. I'll cancel your seats at the ceremony. Is that what you really want? To be marked absent? If Dylan is okay with that, then I don't mind it. Maybe you should check in with him.
On second thought, I haven't decided yet. Give me some time to think, will you? Just don't expect any cash gifts from us. We're coming empty-handed. Although we have a lot of money, I don't like giving ours to the needy. You don't deserve it. I should also mention that your husband met and spoke with your brother for the first time, and he was wearing pajamas. That's what Dylan told me.
Pajamas? Well, I guess he was working from home, so he didn't need to get dressed. You know, sometimes he just makes transactions or does online calls. He probably didn't have time to change his clothes when he came by. Dylan didn't let him know that he was stopping by after all. If he plans to go out, he gets dressed properly. Remember how he was wearing his suit during the family gathering the other day?
Oh, sure. I totally believe you right now. It must so tiring being the wife of an unemployed husband. So many excuses and lies to keep up with. Well, I wish you luck in stealing cash gifts from the wedding guest. It's the only thing you're good at doing.
Stop saying these lies. They're extremely disrespectful, Kimberly. I didn't know you could be so hateful like this. Ugh, I've had enough of you. At least make sure to contact me as soon as possible if you're missing our wedding, okay? There's a lot of preparation to be done. Hey, Jeremy. I just found out that my brother's wife isn't very fond of me. I mean, I was suspecting it for a while, but she told me herself. Because of this, her and Dylan might not be coming to our wedding ceremony.
What? Is that really true? I really doubt that Dylan would willingly miss this wedding. Not only is it important to his family, but it's also crucial for his career. Dylan's your brother, but he's also an employee of one of the companies affiliated with mine. Those employees are invited too, so he really ought to attend it. He was on the invitation list, right?
Yeah, he was. And what I think probably happened here is that Dylan doesn't know that this is our wedding and also a work-related wedding for him. I haven't talked to him about your career, so he probably doesn't know that your company's affiliated with his.
That makes sense. I would have told him that, but I didn't want to get him all riled up before the wedding. It's super important to him, so I decided not to. I know we haven't told him much yet, so do you want me to explain to him about this? I could take time off my schedule to meet him, you know? If you really want me to clear up this misunderstanding, there's still time before our wedding begins.
No, it's okay. I don't want to waste our time with him. It isn't worth it at all.
Taylor, I know your relationship with Kimberly isn't the greatest. It's been like that since the two of you met. But are you like that with your brother too? I haven't really noticed that things were rocky between you two.
At first, no. We were doing just fine, and nothing really changed from when we were younger. But after he got married, I noticed that they began to look down on me. I could tell that they despised me for some reason. For instance, remember that time when we had our family gathering a while back? Right after we announced our engagement to everyone? Well, I overheard Kimberly and Dylan talking when they were drunk about how I was a useless failure. I guess when they heard that I got married, they figured my husband would also be useless. You know, because they think so low of me. That's why they're assuming that you're unemployed when you're not. Anyway, when I heard that they were talking about this, I started to distance myself from them. I trusted them both, especially Dylan, but they broke that trust.
Wow. I'm so sorry. Before I heard about this, I thought this would get resolved easily. But now I realize that it's a lot deeper than I thought. Taylor, I know that you must be concerned about this, but I don't think you have to care too much about what they think of you. You never know how they might change their minds about us, especially when they find out that they've misunderstood everything. When they see me at the wedding altar, they should be able to recognize me. Maybe they'll change how they feel about us then. Why don't we wait to see what happens, okay?
Yeah, that's a good point, Jeremy. I guess I was all worked up about the future, but nobody knows how things will turn out in the end. I'll make sure to not overthink things and focus on more important things instead.
Sounds good. Just know that whatever happens, I'll always be on your side, Taylor. If anything else that bothers you pops up, make sure to let me know, okay? We'll work on it together. I'm heading home anyway, so maybe we could talk about things in more detail.
Thanks. Okay, I'll be waiting for you. Get home safely, okay?
I know it's only 3 minutes before the beginning of your wedding ceremony, but I'm going to cancel. A high-status couple like us shouldn't have to come to your joke of a wedding. Besides, it would be an absolute waste to have to spend money on needy beggars like you. You don't deserve a dime. I hope you have a great wedding without us. I bet all the guests would miss having us, though. It's such a shame that we can't come.
You really had to cancel right before the wedding begins? Are you serious? I told you to let us know earlier if you weren't coming. Now we have to modify the seats and the amount of food from the catering service. You're making all of us work harder. Don't you have any common sense?
Common sense? That's exactly the reason why we chose not to come to your wedding. Do you really think a high-class couple like us would belong at an unemployed man's wedding? Of course not. Everyone can tell that you're having this wedding just for the cash gifts. We're not falling for it, so we're canceling.
Then promise that you really won't come here, ever.
What are you talking about? Of course we aren't going there. That's what I'm telling you. Nothing's going to change our mind.
When you realize how serious of a mistake you've made today, there's no going back to fix things. You're going to suffer, especially your husband. You better think this through.
Oh, I've made up my mind. I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but we're much more superior than you two will ever be. We just can't waste a second of our precious time to come to a shabby wedding like yours. After finding out that your husband's unemployed, I've already talked to Dylan about cutting off ties with you two. So you better treat us like a couple of strangers because we'll never talk to you ever again. Not to you, and not even to your parents. You'll be out of our sight for good. A couple as high class as us shouldn't be bothered by you peasants.
Fine. I don't mind that arrangement. I was starting to get sick of you two anyway. The way Dylan does exactly as you say is getting on my nerves. Not to mention how wretched you are, Kimberly. Well, I guess this will be the last time we'll ever keep in touch again. I should get going soon. My wedding will be starting any time now.
Sure. Have fun with your trashy wedding and your trashy family.
Of course. I'll be having a lot of fun tonight. I guarantee I'll be much happier than you and Dylan, at least. Did you know that our luxury cruise ship has just left the dock? My husband owns it, and you could have been on it just now. What a shame.
What are you talking about?
Even if you changed your mind now and want to get on it, I'm afraid you can't anymore. I've given you a chance and you didn't take it. I'll remind you, I'm cutting off ties with you still. Just like you wanted to.
What? Explain. What do you mean you're on a luxury cruise ship?
Goodbye, you supposedly high-class couple. Tell my brother that it's a bummer I couldn't see him today. I would have loved for him to come.
Hey! Why aren't you answering any of my calls? Pick up the phone already. Dylan and I have been calling your phone so many times now. Taylor, please just pick up your phone. I'm ordering you to.
Ugh. You really don't have any manners, do you? I'm at my own wedding. Can't you realize that I'm busy right now? Can you and Dylan not think straight? Are you guys idiotic? Because it's looking like you don't have any common sense.
Ew. What? This isn't about whether we have common sense or not. Quit getting off topic. Dylan's right next to me, and he's starting to have a panic attack. I didn't think this could possibly be true, but... Taylor, is your husband Jeremy Wellington?
Yes, he is. I'm surprised you haven't noticed until now. It was on the wedding invitation. Didn't you read it?
This is a joke, right? He's the biggest name in real estate right now. You have to be kidding. He owns countless luxury apartment towers, and he's even the business partner to Dylan's company?
You're correct. What are you trying to tell me? I thought everybody knew who my husband is at this point.
Listen, we're at the wedding venue right now. Just then, when I texted you to let you know that we're not showing up, I found out what was going on. You were getting married to Jeremy Wellington. So we rushed back to the venue in 30 minutes, and nobody's here. The crew told us that your ship already left. And right now, we're stranded out here. It's why we couldn't make it to your wedding. I just didn't realize how important it was yet. This isn't my fault at all. It's just a small misunderstanding. Please, just let me attend your wedding ceremony. Dylan and I are both in a panic right now. Isn't Dylan your brother? Shouldn't you do something to make him feel better? You're his sister.
You're right. Dylan's my brother, so what? What does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean? Don't you care about your family?
Family? Kimberly, you just told me you wanted to cut off ties with us. We're not family anymore. Do you not remember saying that just a few hours ago? I thought we had a deal. That's why I confirmed with you that you won't be allowed to our wedding, even if you changed your mind in the long run. You were the one who brought this up, and you agreed with our new arrangement. Am I mistaken?
You're right, but can't you see? The entire situation has changed now. I would have never guessed you were getting married to the head of the Wellington company.
Yeah, and now you know about it. But despite you guys sprinting back here 30 minutes later, it's too late. I already told you earlier that our cruise ship has departed from the port. That was a few hours ago. Why did you think you could actually make it to the ship? Why did you have such high hopes?
Benny, that's because, well, Dylan's your brother and your brother is your family. Isn't family supposed to attend your wedding? It's your big day and he deserves to see it.
Exactly. That's why we invited you two in the first place. But think about it. It was you who canceled on us, only 3 minutes before our wedding began, correct? I should mention that we were actually delaying the wedding and leaving the ship by the port because you guys weren't showing up. We wanted to make sure you would make it in time, so we waited and waited. You know that Dylan's CEO is also attending our wedding, right? Everyone, including him, knows that you two are the reason the wedding was delayed. Gosh, you really are a nuisance to everyone. I can't believe you had the nerve to hold us up.
All the guests know about this. Even Dylan's boss? You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not sure if you let Dylan know about our arrangement yet, so I told him myself that we're cutting off ties with both of you. You should really keep an eye on him, you know. He keeps bugging me with endless phone calls. However he tries to plead with me, I have zero intent to contact him after everything that's happened. Could you be kind enough to tell him that? I don't think he's gotten the message yet.
I just told him what you said, including everything about who your husband is, and he looks sick. He's turning pale with shock.
Of course he is. I could have seen that happening from a mile away. All the higher-ups from his company and their partners are attending the ceremony today. The fact that he chose to not show up is so stupid. He kept telling everyone that he would come to my wedding first, and then join the one involving his company, right? Little did he know, it was the same ceremony this whole time. The worst part is, he canceled. There's no chance of going back now. But really, that's not the biggest problem here. I'm more worried about how he thought there were 2 separate weddings in the first place. He really should have been more careful. What a stupid mistake. I know why it happened. Maybe it's because he was so brainwashed by you that he can't think for himself anymore. It's such a shame that his brain isn't working properly. What a real pity that he's married to a manipulator like you.
You pity Dylan? Then why don't you help him if you're feeling so bad? We're shocked and in a panic right now. In fact, we're sobbing our eyes out in disbelief. Are you really not going to help us? Your brother and your sister-in-law are crying. Do you not have any empathy inside of you? How could you be so heartless? You're inhuman.
What are you mumbling about? I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was listen to you when you told me you wanted to cancel on our wedding. You're the one who decided to do that. There's nobody to blame here but yourself. I don't understand what you want from me. I thought this was what you wanted all along. I've had enough of this already. We're in the middle of the after party right now, so can you leave me alone? I don't want to deal with you.
Men! Huh? You're ending the conversation here. Why won't you negotiate with me at all? Are you seriously not letting us attend your wedding? We ran all the way here.
I've already told you that so many times. Yes, you're not allowed at our wedding. You're so annoying. Even if I wanted to invite you back, it's impossible. We're in the middle of the ocean right now. By the time we get back to shore, the entire ceremony will be over with. There's no chance for you to get on board. I mean, there's a reception after the cruise trip at a different venue, but you won't be able to come. I've uninvited you.
You're not even letting me come to the reception? Why? How dare you?
Well, I'm not the only one who knows about how you've been acting. I've told my parents everything. You had this ridiculous assumption that my husband was unemployed without a bit of evidence. Not only that, but you canceled on the wedding 3 minutes before it began, obviously with malicious intent. How could we possibly forgive you? You've lost the trust and love of our whole family. You brought all of this upon yourself. Do you understand? Anyhow, I'm going to leave you alone now. I'd rather enjoy my wedding ceremony than to keep talking with you. Goodbye. I hope you have a nice beachside trip when you start to head home.
You. Taylor, do you have time to speak right now? I promise it'll only be a little while. I wanted to talk with you a bit more about yesterday. You know, about the wedding.
Are you serious right now? I don't have anything else to say to you, Kimberly. I've said it all. Why do you need to bother me again? We cut our ties, remember? We can't get involved with each other any longer. It doesn't bother me at all, because I never wanted to be close with you. Not since I overheard you bad-mouthing me to my brother. I was hoping that our relationship as in-laws would have ended by now. So what do you want from me? It better be important.
Trust me, this is a big deal. After yesterday, Dylan's starting to notice that he's getting treated differently at work. He's saying his coworkers are being unpleasant to him because he bailed last minute on the wedding. You would understand, right?
Of course. I saw this coming. He didn't bail on just any wedding. It was a business partner's wedding. Even more, the groom's the CEO of that business. It would be natural for his boss to get angry at him. It must have been a pretty big deal within the workplace.
It's not just his boss. It's worse than you can imagine. I mean, everyone's giving him the cold shoulder. Every person he turns to, he's met with disapproval. It's such a shame because Dylan is already so successful. If nothing is done, his promotion that was coming up is surely gone by now.
I'm going to have to interrupt you there. Do you really believe that you and Dylan are both very successful people?
What are you trying to say?
What makes you think that you're better than us? You keep bragging to me about how you're a high-status couple. Sure, Dylan works at a moderately well-known and prestigious company, but he's just a regular employee without any important roles. And Kimberly, you work a part-time job and do nothing but stay at home the rest of the time. By what measure do you think you're superior to us?
Well, I went to an extremely prestigious university, and Dylan's going to be promoted anytime soon.
I've never heard from anyone that your husband is going to be promoted. You're delusional. I asked Jeremy about information on Dylan after he partnered up with them. He told me that if Dylan doesn't hold an executive role at his age, then there's no chance he's on the fast track for promotion. The fact that he's not competent at this point in life shows just how little he'll grow in the future.
What? That's really what your husband said? It can't be true. You're lying about this.
I'm not. Are you forgetting that Dylan's my brother? There's no good reason for me to lie about any of this. The point is, you've always looked down on me and treated me as if I were inferior. It's true that I never graduated from a prestigious university, but I've managed to acquire new skills and work diligently to improve my career. My hard work paid off. I've been a permanent employee for 5 years now, and I hold a managerial position in my company. I'm at greater heights than I've ever been. I know I've just gotten married, and I might leave work someday to take care of my future children. But as of now, I plan to work responsibly for my company and advance even further in my career. So I'm asking you, why were you able to be so condescending towards me?
That's because, well, the status and reputation of our universities are so different. I've never even heard of your university before.
Kimberly, seriously? We're in our 30s. Isn't it a bit too late to be talking about the prestige of the universities we went to? I mean, how many years has it been?
Oh, shut up! Quit nitpicking. Just hurry up and help your brother with this mess. Ugh, how did it come to this? How did a plain and boring woman like you manage to get married to Jeremy? He's a king in real estate, who's in control of 6 luxury apartment buildings. Did you scam him? Trick him? How in the world did you manage to get a man like him?
At the very least, I never acted rudely or slandered family members in front of people. Most importantly, I don't look down on others or think they're less than me. I'm very different from you. Looking back on everything you've done, anyone can see how much of a disappointment you are.
Are you really calling me a horrible person?
I'm not directly calling you that. I'm just telling you what exactly you've been doing to other people. Speaking of which, my husband, he was talking about how he wanted to collaborate with Dylan's company. Something about a large-scale business project. But, given the current circumstances, he's scrapping that plan.
He's scrapping it?
And because Dylan's responsible for overseeing the business relationship with Jeremy, he'll be getting punished for this. I think it'll be a major problem for his career. First the wedding, and now the scrapping of a huge partnered project.
This is a joke, right? You're going to do all this just to get back at us? Think of the pain you're putting Dylan through. What if he gets fired?
Don't put the blame on me. Even if he gets fired, I never intended to do this to him. My husband won't tolerate you and Dylan's actions that have hurt our family up until now. This all happened as a consequence for you two. Besides, we're going to cut off ties with you from now on. So it's natural for Jeremy to not help Dylan anymore. He gave him a big chance already, and he's lost it.
Taylor, I'm so sorry. Words can't describe the remorse I'm feeling right now. About everything that I did yesterday. I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I promise something like this won't happen again. Ever! I'll treat you and Jeremy with the utmost respect. So, could you please stop this? I'm begging you. Please have some mercy on us. We're family, right? We're supposed to help and look out for each other. Please?
I've already told you, we're not family anymore. Our relationship is gone. Plus, my parents are definitely going to be distant from you as well. That's how much you've messed up and jumped to absurd conclusions. You should have believed me when I told you my husband wasn't unemployed. Let these consequences make you more aware of the type of person you are. Maybe you can finally fix that awful attitude of yours. All right, please excuse me now. Make sure to not contact me or Jeremy ever again. It'll be a huge waste of our time. It was great, right? Things turned out how you wanted them to. You finally were able to cut ties with your sister-in-law.
Hey, I heard from the boss of Dylan's company that he quit his job. Also, he's allegedly discussing divorce of Kimberly as of now.
Huh? I didn't hear about that yet. Thanks for letting me know.
You seem unfazed. Did you lose that much interest in your brother? I assumed you would care more about this.
I mean, I care about him, all right? It's just that I can't do anything about this situation. It's not my fault at all. He quit his job because of the damage he caused to his company. In the end, it's irrelevant to us, Jeremy. We should stay out of it. He brought this upon himself.
That's a good point. Besides, I eventually went on with the large-scale project. I also changed the representative who was overseeing our business contract, so Dylan wasn't punished for that mishap.
Jeremy, did you do all that for me?
What?
You let him get away with that because he's my brother, right? You didn't want to punish him too severely and stress him out. You're so kind for doing that.
You're right. I did that for you. I understand that you cut contact with him. At the same time, you don't hate him at all. That's why I thought it would be wrong of me to put him in an even more difficult situation. After you said you were cutting off ties with him, I decided to remove him from a situation that would cause even more damage to his reputation. That's why I was shocked when he actually decided to quit his job. That wasn't my intention at all.
Oh, didn't you hear from my mom yet? Dylan actually resigned because he's made some terrible choices that damaged his company, even in the past. He wanted to take responsibility for those actions, not only the ones that happened recently.
Oh, I never knew about that.
He eventually went to my parents for help because he had trouble finding a job in a similar industry. Now he's working at a relative's factory. He's trying to turn over a new leaf with his divorce and all.
It's good to hear that he's moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm glad about this too. You know, he was also being manipulated by Kimberly, so hopefully things turn out for the better. I hope he can be more of himself from now on and live independently.
I agree. Maybe he's better off this way.
That's why I'm also so grateful for you, Jeremy. If you ended up keeping Dylan in his position and got rid of the collaboration, he would have been fired immediately. Afterwards, I would have been ridden with so much guilt. He's my brother after all. So thanks for making a really smart decision. You've done a great deed for our family.
Of course. I did it all for you, Taylor. You're the most important person to me.
I'm so blessed to have you as a husband. I hope we can continue to cherish and support each other like this. Thank you again, Jeremy. After everything that happened on my wedding day, I cut off contact with both Kimberly and Dylan. However, since I've heard rumors saying Kimberly had began working at a nightclub to make ends meet after her divorce, Dylan, on the other hand, has been working hard to turn his life around, all by himself. After hearing this, I get the sense that those two might have finally learned to not repeat the same mistakes again. Right now, I hope that my brother and I can speak to each other normally, like we used to. I have no idea when that'll happen, but what I'm sure of is that I'm so thankful for Jeremy for protecting me through everything.